Welcome to the Positively You podcast. I'm your host, Jessie Larson, and I'm passionate about helping you shift the way you think so you can create a life you're absolutely obsessed with. Each week, I'll be bringing you a guest or a thought that's going to help you feel more optimistic and equipped to take real action. Get ready to push past limiting beliefs, ditch that negativity, and start showing up as the best and most positive version of you. Girl, let's do this. Hey, it's time for another episode of the Positively You podcast. Thanks so much for pushing play today. I'm ready to just get right into this because I want to talk about something super exciting today. All right, so you may have seen on Instagram, I teased like a week or so ago about a list that I made for myself called the 35 by 35 list. And my 35th birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks. It's the end of June, so we're about 8-ish weeks away. And I've got a list of things that I want to accomplish. There's some big things on there, little things on there, a couple like dates I want to take with my kids, a house project I want to do, something simple like sending a thank you note in the mail, just like all of these things that I want to get done that I put a deadline to. Because, all right, so here's like not a mind-blowing thing, like an epiphany I had a little while ago. I have labeled myself a procrastinator for years. Literally my entire life. I remember being in elementary school waiting till the night before, which I'm sure my mom loved so much, to finish projects and do all this stuff. And I always did a fantastic job. I work real well under pressure. At least that's what I told myself. I was like, I'm a procrastinator, but I do my best work under pressure. And this is like words that I've said to myself over and over again. And we know this, the stories we say matter. They make a difference. They impact how we show up and how we live our life. So I've had this story forever that I'm a procrastinator, that I procrastinate, but then I try to put a little positive spin on it, being like, yeah, but I always pull through. I always have my best work. So like, it's fine. This is just how I work. And I kind of dug into that a little bit recently because I was like, all right, is it perfectionism or is it procrastination? Turns out, this is kind of where I'm at with this like ever-evolving language that I'm having with myself, is that I think I actually do really well with deadlines. If I've got like a never-ending open date, I'll keep pushing it. I'll keep pushing it. But if there's a deadline that I know I have to get something done by, I get it done. So rather than me saying I procrastinate, I think more of what it is that I'm motivated by deadlines. And that's, like I said, I've been working through this procrastination narrative and story that I tell myself for 30 years at this point, right? So this is just part of where we're evolving to right now in the story, is that I think it might be deadlines, and deadlines might be very motivational for me. So that's kind of what I'm working with right now and experimenting with a little bit. And so with that, I gave myself like the 35 by 35. I gave myself a deadline to get some of these things done that I've had on this like, oh, someday I'll get to that kind of list, or like, oh, that might be fun to do kind of thing, right? So it's just been kind of an interesting like self-talk, self-discovery journey that I've been on a little bit. But one of the things I put on my 35 list was that I wanted to host like a health challenge. I wanted to take a little bit of a focus and get really dialed in for the next little while on myself. I felt some things kind of lacking, just not really taking care of myself in the way that I know that I can be. And I've been editing some other people's podcasts, and a number of them that I've been doing have actually done a challenge called 75 Hard. I've heard all about it. It's a 75-day challenge. That's hard, hence the name. And I wanted to kind of put my own little Positively You spin on something like that and invite you along with me if you feel so inclined to kind of dedicate and commit yourself a little bit to taking care of your health for the next 8 weeks is the deadline I'm doing for the 35 by 35 challenge that I've issued to myself. So the reason I want to do this is I'm not normally a huge fan of challenges and of deadlines, of like quick fad things. I'm all about it's a lifestyle, starting small, adding things in, habit stacking. That's much more what I'm about. But I felt this pull lately to really be like, let's commit though for a little bit. And I think that's good, right? Where I'm an evolving person and I don't live by rules. I don't think they're great. I don't like parameters and restrictions like that. So when I say I don't like challenges, that also leaves it open for me to be able to be like, but right now it feels aligned and it feels good. Are you with me still? Okay, so I've been brainstorming about what I want this quote unquote challenge to look like and what I want it to have in it. And the goal of it is just that I really want to be committed and have it be like front of mind for the next 8 weeks, that I'm doing the things that I know help me to feel my happiest and my healthiest. And I know when I'm doing these things that I'm showing up as the best and most positive version of myself when I'm committed to this, right? So that's what this challenge is about, that I'm doing starting Monday. That's right, I'm giving you like 5-day notice and going through the end of June. So the components of the challenge are, you're going to die when you hear the first one. Who's already rolling their eyes, right? The first one is make your bed every single day. Make your bed every single day, number 1. 2 is a daily workout. I don't care what your workout is, and it doesn't have to have a time limit to it. Like with 75 hard, I know there's like 245, whatever. This is whatever workout fits you, but a daily workout, a daily movement. The next part of that is nutrition, a nutrition goal. I do not want to call it a diet because I don't like those. I don't like restriction. I feel like that puts the focus on the things that you can't have rather than nourishing your body with the things that you can have. So with this nutrition component, mine is my macros. It could be making sure you're getting enough protein. It could be, hey, I know that like my veggie intake is real bad, so I want to make sure that I get my vegetable intake like on par for the next 8 weeks. So whatever your nutrition goal is, it needs to be defined so that it's not just like, oh yeah, I'm like being more aware of my nutrition and what I'm eating. Like it needs to be defined so that you can track it. You can mark it off each night saying, yes, I did this, right? But what you choose that to be is up to you. Okay. Next is a daily walk. So this is different from your daily workout because I think they have different benefits. I love getting outside and walking and processing. Do it with a friend, do it by yourself, do it with the normal sounds that you hear, throw a meditation on, throw a TED Talk or a podcast, whatever. Get outside, daily walk. Again, I don't care how long it is. I go for like 1.5 miles. It's like my route. So there you go. Let's see, we're on 4. The 4th component of the challenge is your water intake. And I hesitate again to put like a rule on this for you. But should I? Should we go for a gallon challenge every day? Gallon is a lot. Here's what I'll do. I'll leave it open. You can choose a gallon of water a day or half your body weight in ounces. It might be very close to the same thing. Depending on, no, I don't know. What's a gallon? A gallon is like 126 ounces. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, so pick one of those, but have a water goal. And then the next thing that I wanted, the last thing is something for your mind. So I know in 75 Hard, it's like 10 pages of a personal development or self-improvement like style book. I'm not going to put that restriction on this. But something for your mind. So whether that is reading, and I don't care if it's fiction, I don't care if it's personal development. I obviously always lean that way, but I'm leaning heavily into more fiction lately because I just kind of need that escape. Like, so it could be reading. It could be journaling. It could be meditation. And if you are on Instagram, I've been talking about my lazy morning meditations that I love so much. There is a reel that I posted today that you can go check it out. Basically, instead of pushing snooze, I turn on a meditation and go back to bed, basically. Throw my headphones in, listen to like 5, 10, 15 minutes max. It totally wakes me up, puts me in such a good mindset. It's crazy the difference that has made in my mornings. And there you go. Like, check off that for the day, right? You've already got that done. So those are the components of the Positively You. Let's see, what are we calling this challenge? Can you tell that I'm very fly by the seat of my pants kind of person? I'm a procrastinator who works best under pressure, shall we say? It's a story that it's been my story for a long time. It's going to be hard to break. But yeah, those are the components. So make your bed, a daily workout, hit your nutrition goal, a daily walk, your water intake, and something for your mind. And those are the things. And we're going to commit to that for the next 8 weeks, starting Monday through the end of June, every single day. And doing those things, I promise you, you're going to feel so good. Also, there are 2 ways I've decided that we can do this challenge as well. So if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. Like, I'm starting at 0. I don't know. That feels like a lot to commit to. I want you to start small. Shocker, right? Like, what? Jesse's telling you to start small? That's not weird at all. Start small. Pick one. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 things on this list. So you can habit stack your way through this challenge if that feels more doable for you. What I mean by habit stacking: week 1, you make your bed every single day. And then you get to the end of that week and you're like, hell yeah, I'm committed. Look how good I did. I did that every single day. I am disciplined. I'm committed. I am winning at this. What else can I do? And you add in your daily walk. All right, I make my bed every day the next week and I walk outside every day. And you're feeling good at this point. So you're like, all right, week 3, what are we adding in? Mind. Okay, so let's add in the mind. And just as you build through this challenge, you add on. You slowly stack to those good habits that you already have solidified. Say you're already listening to me and you're making your bed, doing what I've been telling you for like 100 episodes almost at this point, right? And you're like, all right, I've got the bed thing down, so let's start. And you're already a week ahead. But instead of jumping in full-fledged to this challenge, you're like, okay, wow, that's a lot. And then you burn out by day 3 because you're not used to these things. And then you have this, like, you fail on day 4, and then you go into this shame cycle and you feel really bad. That's not a part of this challenge. I don't care if you miss a day. You pop back on. 75 hard. If you miss a day, you go back to the beginning and start over. And I get where they're going with that, but for the sake of positive vibes here and going for the happiest, healthiest version of you, going for progress and moving forward, I don't want you going back. I want you moving forward. So there's no like penalty for missing. You just do it the next day because that's life. We don't get redos in life. We just keep going. So there's no starting back over. There's just continued progression. All right. So there's a couple little tweaks that I've got to put my Jessie spin on it, my Positively You spin on it, and make it my own a little bit because I don't like to live by other people's rules. We know this. The other thing that I want to add into this is the end of the week reflection. At the end of the week, my coach has me do this when I do check-ins with her, and it's something that I love so much. I'm actually not very good at it. I should be better. Full disclosure. But at the end of the week, I want you to reflect on how the week went and what you're proud of yourself for. Like, I'm really proud that I did that. Or I planned on only doing like a 10-minute walk and I did 30. Whatever it is. Or like, I don't know. You'll come up with things. They'll come to you, what you're proud of. But that's something I really want you to focus on because the point of this is to be positively you, is to feel good about who you are and the things that you're doing and the habits that you're building that help you live as the happiest, healthiest, most positive version of you. So I don't know about you, but I'm really excited about this, about dialing it in a little bit and really putting the focus on myself for a little while. I've been really focused on outward things for the last little bit. I've been building some business things. I've been throwing myself into other people's podcasts and helping their voices get out, and I've loved it so much. But it's kind of been like this go, go, go. And this put some other things on the back burner, right? You're juggling all the balls, and some balls you're like, hey, we're going to set these down for a second because these ones are really fragile. So we're going to hold on to them. And now I'm kind of like, okay, we've got this under control. I've got like the rhythm of juggling. We can throw one in now. And that's the one that I want to throw back in, is really focusing back on myself. As we're heading into summer, as we're heading into the end of the school year, and kids are going to be home more, and I'm going to morph into that mom mode, I want to show up feeling good. Like, and not to be like, it's swimsuit season or whatever, but like, I want to be able to go out this summer and feel good with my kids and not be self-conscious about anything and be like, oh, I wish I would have done this. And like, I really don't want this to be like a weight loss summer challenge, blah, blah, blah focus. But I know that when I do these things, I just automatically feel more confident and feel better because I know that I'm doing the things that make me feel that way, that I'm taking care of myself, that I'm honoring myself, that I'm showing myself that I matter. So that's what this challenge is really about. It's so much deeper to me. And that's why I want to bring you along for it. This podcast, this movement, this Positively You that I'm always talking about, it's a come with me. A come do this with me. It's a community. It's, I don't want to do life alone, and I don't want to improve myself alone. I want to do it together with you and have us all, right? A rising tide raises all ships is what they say. And that's what I want to do. I want us to all raise up together. So if you've been feeling that, like, I just need something. I don't feel good. I'm not like excited. I'm feeling just like I could take better care of myself. This is for you. And I'm calling you to it. I thought about making it like much more like, not difficult, but more involved. Like, go here and sign up and get on this. But I want to just make it easy. So if this is calling to you and you're listening right now, please open up your Instagram, click on my name, hit that message arrow, send me a DM and say, I'm in. I'm doing the Positively You, Positively Committed Challenge. For the next 8 weeks, I'm doing this. I'm taking care of myself. I'm ready to focus on me and how I can support myself to feel good so that I can support others. Oh, all right, friends, we start Monday. I can't wait to do this with you. I can't wait to see the changes that happen and just the journey, the process. I don't even care about the end point that we're getting to. It's not the end of the 8 weeks that I want to see this like transformation picture and before and after. I mean, take one if you want, I guess. But I'm really excited about what the next 8 weeks looks like for each of us. It's going to be good. I'm excited for it just for me, but I already know what it's going to do for me, and that's why I'm opening it up to you before the fact, right? I could do this challenge myself and then come on here and do a podcast episode of like what I learned and then share it all with you. But instead, I want to bring you with me real time. So let's do it together. Thank you for hanging out with me again today. I'm so glad you pressed play. If you want to take a quick second to share this episode with someone you think would love it too, that would be amazing. If you're loving the show, make sure you go and leave a review on iTunes. Reviews are like magic for podcasts, and your review will help get this show into the ears of more amazing women just like you. And come find me over on Instagram. I'm there at positively.jessie, and I cannot wait to hang out with you some more. So until next time, have an amazing week.